me. So huge shout out to Latigress wanting to be able to get in on shoutcasting with me as well. So can't wait for that. Hopefully that'll happen before or to be a part of the next tournament game. So this game, doing good. Got to support the 1ShotGG community. Indeed. Indeed. Thank you for jumping in here. So this game could define the difference between nothing fancy, winning it all, or losing the first game that they've won in this tournament, and Team Feederino Pleaserino having a chance at coming back. This is the game that counts. And something changed in this game. We now, instead of having that TV Sonic playing in the top lane, we have Neural Blade back. So with Neural Blade coming back, it's back to the original team, nothing fancy. So this is the first time Team Feederino Pleaserino has played against Neural Blade, which could change everything. They could feed off of him. They could get fed off of him. It's really hard to say. So it sucks that Mewtwo's Katarina always gets banned. I really wish that she'd had an opportunity to play the Katarina, but we are not letting that get through. Don't worry. So it looks like Nothing Fancy really and truly wants to 100% win this game. Once again, the Wukong and Amumu ban from Feederino Pleaserino is going to be banned out, but now they have to decide who is the last ban. Chrono Frost also has that main. So Nothing Fancy has done their research. They know who to ban out. Who is the last ban for Team Feed Please? It could be, it's going to be the Renekton. So they're just going to take out Renekton and say, all right, Ralph's Legend, you keep getting all these picks, keep getting all the picks that you want. We're going to take your Renekton away as well. What are you going to play, Ralph's Legend, now that all of your champions have been picked away? I think there was one other one that he has played in the jungle in this tournament, like a Lee Sin or something maybe. So we'll see if he goes with that. But yeah, but Chrono sucks at her. Yeah, no reason. Checkmate, are you friends with these people? Which team are you friends with? So Miku grabbing the Pantheon. That's the one that usually Team Feederino and Pleaserino, they usually ban out, but instead they're going to be playing him. And this is major, considering that Pantheon was on that last game. In that last game we saw in which Pantheon was on the winning team. Part of the reason why Feederino Pleaserino was able to turn the team fights around, Pantheon ulting in on the base at the last second, was also part of the reason that they were able to push in and grab the Nexus turrets, or Nexus turrets and the Nexus itself to finish it off. So that Pantheon is going to be huge. This is the game of all games to end all games, and it's amazing. So they used their first pick against him too. They banned out Ralph and used their first pick against him too. So they're really picking everything against Ralph's Legend. What can Ralph's Legend do? He's going to go ahead and grab the Jinx for Bucky. Oh yeah, for Bucky Boy, who has done really, really well on the Jinx. And Merciful Vendetta, after considering a couple other AP mid lanes, is going to switch over to the Orianna, which has been again hugely effective in these last couple of games. Not only is her Shockwave just devastating, it also she's got some great mid game to late game damage scaling and really good positioning for the enemy team. Really kind of splits the team apart a little bit. So unless she shockwaves and then pulls back together. So Ralph OP. Please ban Ralph's Legend because he is just OP. Chronophos is going to grab the CC Queen Leona. And Shades of Shadows is going to be picking up a Rise for the top lane. So kind of playing more for that late game. Knowing that these games are going to hit that 30-minute mark, Rise in that top lane is going to be doing really well. Neural Blade picking up a Jace. This is feeling really similar to that last game. Now, Shades of Shadows did go Amumu against that Jace, but now we'll be playing a Rise against Jace. And we have seen his Rise come out before, and it is pretty good. Pretty good. Bucky Boy grabbing a Warwick. So Ralph's Legend didn't get his Wukong, didn't get his Amumu, didn't get his Renekton, didn't get his Pantheon, so instead they're going to be picking up a Warwick for the jungle. Warwick's going all the way back to Season 1. Hey, Will, welcome, by the way. I will amaze you. They're trying to ban out someone who has a champion pool of like 20 champions, lol. However, if they can ban out some of the really stronger ones, which we've seen the strength of his Wukong, we've seen the strength of his Renekton, that will kind of hopefully help. We'll see the strength of his Warwick now, as well as if Warwick uses, like, if Orianna puts her ball on Warwick before he ults in and then follows with a shockwave, that could be devastating for the enemy team. Once again, a kind of wombo combo team, which is something that Nothing Fancy does really, really well. We'll see if they can do that. Where can I sign up for the tournament? Don, you can sign up for the tournament at 1ShotGG.com. The information is straight down below. We will be doing another tournament next month at the very beginning of the month. Be sure and sign up for that because it's going to be awesome. Don't follow the Hallowed Cup stuff because I have to do some rearrangements on that. I'm going to send a message out to everyone who has followed. This is going to be a little bit different. So, Nothing Fancy's team cup is so weird. They have a completely random Jace pick. You know, I'm about to concur. I was waiting to see what their last pick was because I really wanted to know. They've done well with these. They've done well with this Protect the Jinx combinations, Protect the AD, and if this Alistar goes through, it will work as well for Protect the Jinx because they have Orianna for shields, they have the Alistar for the CC, the knockups so they get close, the Warwick for some stuns on the enemy team. Again, I think that Neural Blade on the Jace pick top lane is a little bit of an odd man out. Really is powerful late game. So they kind of have an all-encompassing, strangely overall well team, but we'll see if they can pull the players together to actually pull a whole win. Legit Ghost, no, they straight banned up everything against Ralph's Legend, trying to stop some of it, stop some of those, the picks that he's had, because he's just been dominating on that Wukong and the Renekton. So, or he doesn't need ban if they use Pantheon RA properly. Completely agree as well. Trading that RA to Ash Thrasher with the jungle Pantheon. Team Feederino, Pleaserino, they've got a little bit of an odds and ends pick here as well. The Ahri in the mid lane. They're really kind of going each lane trying to counter pick. A Tristana is a counter pick to a Jinx. An Ahri is a counter pick to Orianna. A Ryze is attempting to... I think he's kind of a counter pick against a Jace of sorts. So they're really trying to straight up counter Team Nothing Fancy. And we'll see if they are successful at it. The amazing thing about Team Feederino, Pleaserino is that they're generally really good at pulling out wins when they need to. And right now, this is the final game opportunity for them to pull out a win. If Nothing Fancy wins this, they will be crowned the championship team winners for this first game, for this first tournament for 1ShotGG, which is pretty amazing to be the first winners in this tournament. Again, considering that this forum is blowing up and getting huge, on top of they're doing a tournament every month, being able to say you're the first winners, it will be awesome. So hashtag sweep, that would be crazy to see. That's the other thing, is that Nothing Fancy has not lost a single game yet. So if they lose this game, it'll be the first game that they lost, and starting allow Team Feederino, Pleaserino to come back. While we're waiting for these last 2 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and run through all the champions really fast. So, Miyuki playing that Ahri for the mid lane for Team Feederino, Pleaserino. Chronofrost on that Tristana ADC in the bottom lane. Shades of Shadows with that Ryze in the top lane. Ash Thrasher in the jungle on the Pantheon. Darth Vin with the bottom lane Leona support. For Team Nothing Fancy, Ralph's Legend on the Warwick in the jungle, Merciful Vendetta with the Orianna in the mid lane, Neural Blade on that Jace in the top lane, Bucky Boy, Jinx ADC in the bottom lane, and Rock 1777, last but not least, with the Alistar support in the bottom lane. So they wasted all of their bans on Ralph. Ban and first pick spent most of the countering on Ralph. So Nothing Fancy should go into the Challenger Series and then get into LCS. Holy cow, if Nothing Fancy did that... that would be incredible. Incredible. They do have some amazing synergy, and so it'd be great to see if they did actually band together and create a ranked team and go straight for that Challenger Series. But they have a lot of comfort picks. They have to decide with Team Feed, please. I believe they have to do it. I don't know. I think I'm actually going to put my faith on Team Feederino, Pleaserino as well, just because they always come out when it's needed. And how come out of the closet? So Team Feed pulls for the win. I can't even type for the ever win. And then exclamation mark vote 1. I think these teams don't prioritize their top tier picks very much. They're top tier picks. Miyuki, I don't know, is very comfortable on this mid laner. A lot of these teams are back and forth with these mid laners, but Ralph's Legend being the first of these super top tier picks that is going in the jungle. Chrono Frost is that second tier pick for Team Feederino and Pleaserino with the ADC, another carrying lane, but we'll see how well this Warwick does. Like, I really want to see. I feel like Leona isn't the best pick. She's a toss-up. Leona is extremely, extremely powerful. Over here to switch to loading screen. She has some incredible CC that could definitely lead to a very easy win. However, wait, am I getting this wrong? Oh yeah, 0 dash team feed pulls, and then on red team we have nothing fancy 2. Pool party Leona all the way. Oh, hey, it's David. What's up, David? I just love your username. I just want to say it over and over again. So, Bucky really needs the Jinx. They have to prioritize that pick for him. So that's why they grabbed her first in the game, because Bucky Boy on this Jinx has just dominated so far in the series. Popstar Ari, Ernest Elf Tristana, Full Metal Pantheon. Oh, yeah. Pool party Leona, Big Bad Warwick, Full Metal Jace, and, of course, that free skin, Unchained Alistar. I can't forget that one. So, you think Braum would have been a better pick here? A little bit more of that Protect the Tristana? I don't think Braum necessarily would be as strong because the elf or the Tristana can jump out of the enemy's reach, and so Braum isn't really as necessary. Braum is really necessary when your AD doesn't have a lot of defense already. When you have to protect the AD, you can jump on them with Braum, give them the extra health or that extra armor and magic resist. Really protect the ADC composition. However, with the Tristana already has that kind of built in with her jump, and then on top of that, she's taking heal and flash. So really, Chrono Frost, as well as with his amazing plays on Lucian, can kind of take care of himself, which allows Leona to kind of leave his side for a short bit to really engage in some of these full team fights. And that's what could help. So, but his hype level is challenger level. The hype level 2 OP. Yeah, I'm silver 1. I know, I'm getting there. Oh, that's wrong screen. Completely wrong screen. What am I doing? So, we have nothing fancy. I'm so fancy. Nothing in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo. I'm so fancy. Whoop. There we go. Switch this over to 2 and 0. Got to do all these updates live. Sorry, guys. That's how OBS works. But now that we're in game, Jay's safely making sure that he can keep vision on that. No one's in there. Lots of words coming out here from both teams. This is the final game, final opportunity for these players to really try to make sure that they can get into the games they want. Oriana versus... There we go. Okay, cool. Line. Oh, no, Ari's in the middle lane, not Rise. Blue team, Shades of Shadows may be able to get a little bit of auto attack. First damage! Sage of Shadow starting us off. GG! Alright, I call it. Team Feed please wins right now, because Rise got that first auto attack on Oriana. Rise got that first damage. GG. Sorry, it's game over right now. Nothing fancy. There's nothing you can do about that. It's the game. You might as well just go ahead and surrender, because just as crazy. So, Leona is pretty early game. If they take the lane passively, if they lose on Leona, it won't be valuable except for her ult. The Lucian and Braum bottom too strong, but they didn't get Lucian. Instead, they went for this Tristana because Tristana wasn't banned. She does get incredible resets, which is something that if you watch these last 2 games, Nothing Fancy is really good about a lot of them escaping with very, very little help. So if Tristana can get these resets, she can just bunny hop through a lot of the enemy team members and finish it off. So, Team Feed please for the win. I mean, heck, what is the elo of this caster? Just curious. Oh, I will amaze you. Thank you for asking that, I will amaze you. Yeah, I'm silver 1, but I've watched a lot of platinum plays, so I'm a little bit more experienced when it comes to some things. My fingers are not as fast as my brain. My brain knows what I need to do. My fingers just can't follow. That's the sad part about it. So, Both teams starting us off here, basic starts, nothing too huge. If Rise and Triss get fed late game, Team Feed will have a huge advantage. Let us hope to see if they can do that. The other thing, again, is that Team Feederino, Pleaserino is generally strong when it comes to team fights. In the last 2 games, they've struggled a good bit because there's been so much wombo combo from Nothing Fancy. But now they're less wombo combo in this game, and so we'll see if Team Feederino, Pleaserino can actually turn that around. This is your opportunity, guys, at the beginning of the game, while we're still a little bit slow. If you guys got any thoughts on how the game should go, who needs to do what, this is the time to share it. What are your thoughts on the game? Because I can read these comments really well. Braum can still shine even after losing lane. His passive and ult make him good even when behind. Leona has to go all in for her stuns, except for her ult, so behind she can get killed easily. I don't know, I just want my team to win. I just want my team to win. The Rise is going to get crushed by Jace, possibly. They had to take out the trash and feed the dogs. Oh, I had to take out the trash and feed the dogs, and I'm back. So you wouldn't miss this. Welcome back, creeps. Welcome back. Glad to have you. We are just entering the third and hopefully not final game in this tournament. So red team taking a little bit of advantage, Nothing Fancy on the minion gold, but blue team catching right back up. In that top lane, Jace versus the Rise. Neither of them really have done a whole lot other than simply farm. 13 farm on the Rise, 11 farm on the Jace, playing it safe. Vote fancy, people. Vote fancy. So fancy. But Pool Party Leona is too good. But I actually completely agree with Elbow Gaming in that Leona is an all-in champion. Whether she likes it or not, when she's on that losing side, there's very little that she can do. However, it's very rare that she's not on the winning side in that bottom lane when she's matched up, as long as they can keep warding and make sure that Warwick doesn't come in and ult this Tristana. They can keep Tristana alive in this bottom lane, Leona is going to be doing well. However, Alistar is one of the greatest disengaged champions. Oh, Chrono Frost taking a lot of damage. That zap from Bucky Boy just doing so much. Alistar may look at jumping in here, headbutt, knockback. They scale so much better than Nothing Fancy. If they get good vision control, they can play mid-game properly. They're in good shape. TPF is looking at good vision, control mid-game. You get picks and Rise Snare through Charm and Leona CC. Nothing Fancy need to find a way to not get their carries picked off and get a good counter engage or strong initial engage. Completely agree. Warwick in that top lane with that red buff going to slow Shades of Shadows. He's going to live once again. Now, a thing to watch. Ralph's Legend is so well known for returning to the same lane. He's already ganked top lane once, so he's already showing he wants this top lane. He wants this Jace to do well. He wants him to get fed. So he's ganked once. We'll see if he just returns and goes back. Again, Ralph's Legend is great about these returning ganks. He comes back around and back around. Leona flashing in. Jarvan Pantheon coming in. First blood going over to Leona. She grabbed it. That is a great start for this bottom lane. Sad that it did not go to Chrono Frost, but they guaranteed a kill. First blood in that bottom lane. Leona burning heavy stuff to be able to get that engage on the Jinx. But Jinx does not have any escapability other than the flash shield. And after she used it, she immediately then got stunned by Pantheon. And that was first blood. Leona doing a great job over. David's like, Leona! Yeah! Alistar can nullify Leona well. Yes and no. He can nullify Leona if he's right next to Leona. But you just saw there where when Leona just jumped right past him and said, hey, Alistar, I'll catch you later, there was very little that he could do. He finally tried to get in there when he used the headbutt to try to get into the fight, but he wasn't as effective, and Jinx still went down. So first blood going over to Team Feederino, Pleaserino. Rise, gotcha. What was he saying that about? Maybe been talking to his team. So again, Pantheon has won every game that he's in, so this will be huge. If Pantheon actually loses this game, I will be a little bit saddened by that. In the bottom lane, Jinx is back. She started double Dorans, where Tristana with a little bit extra farm started with a Vamp Scepter. She also had that assist gold. Miyuki in that mid lane. Can this Ahri beat the Orianna? We've seen a lot of Oriannas, but very few Ahris. However, Ahri was in the first couple of games at the very beginning of the tournament yesterday, so we'll see how well they do this game. Neuroblade taking a little bit of damage. Shade of Shadows, a little bit low on mana up there in that top lane, but still hanging out there, continuing to throw those Qs onto Neuroblade. Going in, Rise a lot of damage. He had enough for his ultimate, taking a lot of damage back. Jace down to about half health out there, as well as the Rise. So they kind of just traded a lot of damage. Rise continuing to do, he's got a lot of mana regen with that early tier of the Goddess, but so does Jace. But, oh, the damage, is it going to be enough? Shade of Shadows flashing, dodges all Neuroblade's damage, throwing a last auto attack as Neuroblade backs off. So lives through the flash. Neuroblade could have followed, but decided against it. Instead, going to try to just heal back up. Bucky's our girl. Best of luck to Bucky. Shout out there from Tommy PvP on Bucky. Rack 1777 backing off. Darthvin. Chrono Frost getting a little bit of damage onto Bucky Boy. Can he do it? The Alistar takes so little damage early game, it's hard to tell. In the mid lane, farm is almost identical between those two. Bottom lane, Tristana just a little bit ahead of Jinx, but Jinx' late game farm is just scary as she continues to just throw these rockets out there. Getting farm here, getting farm there, getting farm everywhere. Darthvin tanking that zap for Chrono Frost from Jinx. Yuki, a little bit of damage in the mid lane. They kind of go back and forth. The nice thing about Ahri is that she can heal herself up so she can survive the mid lane a little bit longer. Warwick coming in. Oh, an amazing ward by Leona, making sure that the Alistar could not engage. Warwick had been sitting in that bush for a short while, waiting for Alistar to really leap in and knock up Tristana, or at least burn her jump, and then he could come from behind. He is level 6, so that's going to be a very scary Warwick now that he's level 6. So once he jumps onto somebody, uses that duress ultimate, it's going to be stopping them. Could go in onto the here. Orianna does have her ult as well. Not going to be using it, so this Warwick not really so far effective, but as he gets later into the game, he's going to be very unkillable. A late game Warwick is so hard to finish off. Top lane going off back and forth at each other. Try and post a picture on the creative forum. How do you do that? Oh, I can actually tell you. I'm going to see if I can do that here. Image equals 500 by 500. Yeah, that works. So that's how you do the image on the creative forum. You can also shrink that down to any size. You can do 100, 100, 100 by 100, 200 by 200, 100 by 200, really whatever you want to do. But that's how you shrink it down. And then, of course, the other anti-end image. All right, coming in the bottom lane. Pantheon gank as well. 4-man gank down here. That's going to be the ultimate from Tristana onto Rock 1777. He's not going to be able to escape from that. And the top lane, Rise. Oh, my Lord. Okay, we're going to back up and watch what happened in that top lane as the 4 men in that bottom lane did a fantastic job getting those 2 kills. We're going to see what happens in this top lane. We got to stick around here. Double click on Rise to make sure we watch this. Shade of Shadows up here. They're going to be going in while that fight in the bottom lane. This is the ping Pantheon ulting in, as well as Ahri coming around from the sidelines. Are going to go in and get 2 kills. However, in this top lane, Rise going to get a little bit of damage on Neuroblade. He's going to turn it all on. Jump right onto Rise. Rise's health dropping down under 200 health here. And it goes 8 health, and he survives. Jace going all in as he walks away with a little bit of pee in his pants. So in the mid lane, however, red team making use of the fact the blue team was down there. Are they going to be able to get this time? I don't think so. They don't quite have enough damage to finish it off. So it's going to be blue team. Team Feederino, Pleaserino that's going to be grabbing up this early blue dragon. Ralph's Legend wanted that mid lane tower. He stuck around. But first dragon going over to Team Feederino, Pleaserino. So they're doing solidly this game. 3-0. Look at them turn the fire on. Got those 2 kills in the bottom lane. Pushed on. Pantheon trying to jump onto Orianna in that mid lane. Burned the flash. Rise back up here. Here comes Warwick, though. He's got the double buff. Going to jump on Duras straight on to Rise. Once he uses that, there's nothing left of the enemy team. Now, Orianna is really good with the wave clear, but it looks like blue team's still sticking around, wanting to grab this middle inhibitor. However, they may have to split off here pretty shortly because they got bottom lane pushing, and Jinx is great at pushing towers. Nope, they're going to stick around. They want this early mid lane tower. They're going to lose top tower for it, and possibly bot lane tower as well. So that will be 2 towers for 1, unless they can get back to bot lane in time. Ash Thrasher taking damage from Orianna, just kind of sticking around as a tank. Gonna flash, jump in. That might be Merciful Vendetta. Gonna ult in. Ash Thrasher, so little health, but the heal from Tristana gonna get them out of there. There's that ult from Jinx. Oh, he snipes it! She snipes it across the map. Mid lane, the super mega death rocket finishing him off. So that is a kill over to red team on top of the double towers, top lane tower and bottom lane tower. Red team saying you may have gotten dragon, you may have gotten some other things, but we're going to make sure that you pay for it as well. Someone's going to die every 6 now for the Warwick ult. It's true. It's true. That Ahri ultimate got to dance when she does that ultimate. 16k across the board even between these 2 teams. we'll see how it lines up. BF sword finish, Jinx and Tristana. Only 7 farm between the two of them. Pickaxe as well, double Dorans. Look at how even their build is. Right back and forth, they have the exact same build. Warwick, not going speedy boots this game, instead going with the Feral Flare build on top of those Ninja Tabby. The Musa ability now built on Pantheon. Such a very different game. Rise in that top lane, finishing off that Tear of the Goddess and that Catalyst of the Protector. So doing that swag snipe. Whoop! Really getting a lot of mana in that top lane. He's going to go ahead and back. Looks like he wants to buy some extra stuff. Oh, nope, he's going back into the jungle. Says to stick around. I'm trying to figure out what blue team needs to do other than just go back into laning phase. Jake, shoutcast like a boss. Thank you, Briar, for that. Appreciate that. Dragon Rage to the mouth. Fancy won't lose. That's what Creeps thinks. We've got a huge battle between these two. So many fans back and forth between these two teams. They're hoping for a complete either finish by Team Fancy or a game upset by Team Feederino, Pleaserino to finish it off. One more. Oh, Warwick jumping straight on Shades of Shadows. Again, as I said, getting this Jace fed. Warwick has ganked up there 3 or 4 times, and it's only 13 minutes into the game, helping Jace a lot up there, and that is what they want. Bucky Boy also has, excuse me on that, blue buff, so can throw out a lot of these rockets at will. As with that blue buff, she can just continue to free farm. So Rise getting camped like a boss. Tristana going in. There's the Pantheon. Oh, the Solar Eclipse straight onto Jinx. Gonna be enough. Leona waiting on the sidelines to finish her off. Another kill over to Pantheon now. 2, 1, and 2, finishing off Jinx. May go now immediately towards that mid lane to try to defend it. Rise headed there as well. Ahri headed there too. Can they defend the tower? Tower going down. Tower going down. Red team, too much damage. They did a lot of damage earlier, and now they have just added some more to it. As they blue team pushes in this bottom lane, Alistar just going to try to defend the tower. Will it be enough, though? Tristana, known for being able to clear towers very strongly. Instead, she's going to turn and poke the heck out of this Alistar, one auto attack at a time, and not finish out. The Pants are doing work bottom lane, so it's all up. Warwick in that top lane, Pantheon and Tristana in that bottom lane. Which team can take it all the way to the end? Yuki getting jumped on into that river here. Neuroblade, she's got one dash, a second dash. Don't get near the Orianna. The flashing in. Neuroblade missing his Q though. Gets a last auto attack and that finishes her off. What the heck? Reset for that Tristana. Now jumping onto Merciful Vendetta. Ralph's Legend here. He's got the exhaust, so he's not going to do hardly any damage to Chronophos. There's the knockup. Orianna trying to ult in. The perfect Shades of Shadow teleport in is going to actually stop that Super Mega Death Rocket from hitting Tristana. However, Tristana's still going to go down. Ralph's Legend now turning it on to Shades of Shadow. He wants this Orianna. He's going to get the Orianna, but go down as well. Jinx picking up that kill, so a lot of kills now over to nothing fancy. Just 1,000 gold in the lead. Pantheon up, the only member who actually lived the last team fight, as Ahri was the first one down. She is going to be able to come back here. Now Jinx is in the mid lane. Pantheon just jumping straight on to Jinx, saying, hey, I got you. I got you. Here's a stun for you. This Warwick continuing to farm the enemy team's jungle, grabbing up blue buff as well, saying we got this. Feed have this game. Tristana outscaled Jace, and Rise doesn't need to win lane to be OP late game. I don't know. We'll see. I'm changing my vote to Nothing Fancy. Delimu is saying, I'm changing my vote. I don't know. Nothing Fancy looking really strong. They did successfully win that last team fight. Great plays. The Warwick too tanky to be able to dealt with, and it has some great damage as well. The Tristana took very little damage from that duress. However, Jinx coming in was enough, as well as Alistar with the CC is what they needed. This continual knockups on the enemy team. So you already voted legit, Ghost. You can't do it again. Tristana isn't getting any of the kills. She is only 0, 1, and 6. She's been a part of, she's been a part of every kill that her team has gotten, but hasn't gotten any of those kills. Did finish that Infinity Edge. Here's the thing to note. Finished the Infinity Edge and double Doran's Blade, so is still even with the Jinx, and is actually up by about 30 farm on the Jinx, which is huge. As she gets more and more damage and scales into the late game, Tristana's going to have a bit better poke and long-range attack than Jinx will. However, that Jinx Super Mega Death Rocket will be far more critical after team fights than Tristana if Jinx can live through it. Wards going back and forth here by Dragon. So Dragon is available. It is going to be a contesting point between these two teams. That is another pink ward going down. Orion picking up that one. Top lane, so much damage. Rise just destroying Neuroblade, chasing in now. Should be able to get it. Tries to knock him back, but he's got the buff from the ultimate. Speeding in. Going to throw a last Q and finish him off. So Rise saying, hey, I can take this Jace now 1v1. That's totally fine. So Miyuki's a she. I'm sorry. She, Ari, she in the mid lane. So Miyuki has done a fantastic job this game. Ralph's Legend sitting off to the side, got the double buff. They're waiting for blue team to get up here to be able to burst them down. However, blue team is really grouping together now. They're about to group into 5. Warwick still off to the side, hasn't been seen. Rise is going to be seen by that ward as well as Ari just off of that dragon. Warwick kind of moving around, waiting for a chance to jump onto Tristana, or Leona may be able to get it. Leona kind of running in here. Got to be careful. Tristana not wanting to be shockwaved into the rest of red team. Gonna back off. She's a little caught out here. However, a nice sweeping lancer from Pantheon. They're going to be able to clear that ward. Still moving in here for the dragon. Blue team on the top side, red team on the bottom side. Jace coming out of the base. Could they start the dragon? Shades of Shadow is going to take a lot of damage. The Duress from Warwick going to hold him in place long enough. However, Ari's going to get a nice charm. The Shockwave from Oriana, so much damage across the board. Jinx with a double kill. Pantheon finishing off Oriana, though, coming in for the sidelines. Red team not over just yet. Still looking for more damage. Finishing off Darthfin and now turning on to Chronofrost and Ash the Rasher. So much damage. The tanking is just enough. Quadra kill. Could they pentakill on Ash Thrasher and give it over to Bucky Boy? The penta kill. They're going to have to move in really fast here. No. Oh, Bucky Boy gets a little bit of a slow. No, did not actually land the zap on Pantheon. So, quadra kill for the Jinx, Bucky Boy, but not the not the pentakill. Good try, though. Good try. If Warwick ults Triss, they have Rise and Ari. The only threat is if Ori gets Ari and Triss. And that's exactly what Oriana did. The Shockwave hit both Tristana and Ari and just destroyed their health. Now, it didn't finish them off, but it certainly did a lot of damage. And then the rest of the team, you can see Warwick is building straight tank. He has immediately that Glacial Shroud as well as that Kindle Gen. So he does no damage with his Duress, but he holds people in place long enough for Oriana to follow up. That little bit of wombo combo that their team has is just going huge. Oriana, no kills either, but 9 assists. Jinx cleaning up after cleanup fight. I'm actually worried that Fancy might lose this game. And Creep's like, oh, wait, never mind. Never mind. But the game's still not over just yet. Again, we've seen this before. Nothing fancy. 2K gold in the lead. Looking strong, but the game's not over just yet. Team Feederino, Pleaserino keeping that 2 gold limit between the two of the teams, saying, hey, we're going to hang in here for the long run. If you notice that Jace and Jinx for the late game with Warwick attack boost will be absurd. That's also true. When Warwick's W gives that entire team the attack speed boost, Jinx already has incredible attack speed. On top of that, she and Jace will be just doing so much damage. There's a lot of appeal of Jinx. Yeah, Alistar, again, this team, nothing fancy, playing defend the Jinx or defend the ADC role. They don't need to defend Oriana because Oriana is such a ranged champion. She can throw the ball around from the sidelines, put some shields on some people, throw some shockwaves. That's what she does best. So they don't really need to defend her as much, which is why she's gone down twice. However, Jinx is the main one that they want to protect. The ult from Warwick, Jace getting in there, knocking some people around, and Alistar with all of the knockups and headbutts is going to protect that Jinx if he can. However, if Jinx is caught out, if Leona just jumps straight in on her and stuns the heck out of Jinx, she could go down, and that would be most of the damage from Red Team completely nullified. But they have to get that fight that they want. They've got a lot of wards in here. Red Team's kind of throwing some wards down as well, so they could be caught out in here. However, Jinx already down here by that bottom lane tower. She's going to be clearing off this tower extremely quickly. Look at her attack speed already. That tower is just going on. Pantheon all coming in, though. They're going to jump in. Shades of Shadow is going to be going down very quickly. Flash is trying to stay alive. It is going to get a bit of damage. Pantheon finish off Jinx. Jinx is down. Chronofrost now trying to finish off Merciful Undead. Will finish, and Flash jumping over the wall with the reset. The Flash from Ralph's Legend. Will it be enough? Chronofrost doing a lot of damage. He's got lifesteal. Ralph's Legend with a little bit of lifesteal himself. Not going to be enough. Darthfin trying to jump over the wall. Oh, Miyuki with some damage. Neuroblade, though, coming in for the cleanup. Shut down, though. Alright, finishing off the Warwick. And now Darthfin, the only member left alive, running for her life. She flashes trying to survive. I don't know if she'll be able to make it out. If Alistar can get a headbutt knock-up combination, she lives. Just walking out. Ooh. Jace almost finishing her, but not going to be quite enough. Here's Oh, Super Mega Death Rocket. Hit. Oh, the snipe! Oh, the snipe. Pantheon should have walked in front of that. Pantheon should have walked in front of that. So a second stellar snipe from Bucky Boy right down the mid lane, finishing off Leona, grabbing up yet another kill. Now 7 and 4. The hype was too real there. I mean, it was a great team fight. Blue team had some great potential on it, but red team once again came out strong. Now 4K gold in the lead, slowly expanding it team fight by team fight. First game in the entire tournament, and Nothing Fancy has let the enemy team get 10 plus kills. First game in the entire tournament that Nothing Fancy has let the enemy team get 10 plus kills. So there's a lot of kills over to Team Feederino, Pleaserino. However, that's still a lot of kills on Nothing Fancy's side. However, you saw that last team fight. Team Feederino, Pleaserino proved that they could kill the Jinx. And once they killed the Jinx, it was a lot harder for the rest of the team to finish off. Chrono Frost jumping in almost lived. If Warwick had not flashed the wall, they wouldn't have had the opportunity to be able to kill Chrono Frost, which would have been a huge thing. So nice job, almost, that Tristana being able to make some major plays there. Oh, that pink ward instantly went down, instantly got cleared. Man, these wards are just dropping like flies left and right. Blue team collecting here in the mid lane. The base has still not been cracked for Team Feederino, Pleaserino. They lost that bottom turret, the second tier turret, and that was it. They're down by about 3k gold, again, slowly coming back little by little. Bucky's deadly on Jinx, and they know that. Knowing they cannot ban out Ralph, they should have taken Jinx away. It is possible, however, again, Jinx is one person who has very little escape. If they can punish the Jinx and just knock her down in every single team fight, they're going to be doing well. They finished the Jinx and the Orianna. It was just that Warwick that finished off Chrono Frost that really kind of turned the fight. Going to be jumping in, using that dress straight on Shades of Shadow. That's a really powerful thing to use on a Ryze who's kind of tanky at the moment. Rite of Age is finished, as well as the extra armor. Oh, the flash mash thrasher, not going to get him over the wall. However, he will live. He will live through that. So, I bet you these Jinx snipes, Tigress, you're being a Jinx player. I bet you like these Jinx snipes, the Tigress. There we go. So, blue team was looking at pushing the mid lane, but the rest of red team collected fast enough that it kind of scared blue team away. Team Feederino, Pleaserino, not really interested in team fighting unless it's on the tournament that they want. Yeah, it's one of the highlights, especially for Leon and the launch here and everything. Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. You're just like, yeah, no. 4k gold in the lead. Blue team pushing right down mid lane again. Ryze did back, so he's back to full health. Headbutt from Alistar, knocking people back. Is going to get charmed. He's going to lose a good bit of his health. Pantheon using a stun as well. So a couple abilities here. Tristana, so much damage from the sidelines. There's Shade of Shadows using his ult. It's going to clear a little bit of the minion wave as well as poke the enemy team down just a little bit. A lot of recalls coming from red team. So blue team sticks around to get this next wave. They may be able to grab the tower. They are going to back off again. There is Dragon and Baron available. Jace pushing in that top lane. Going to let the minions push that Pantheon headed up there to clear it a little bit, maybe. Warwick coming from the sidelines. Ralph Legend. He does already have that ultimate backup and available. Blue team wants the tower. They may be able to get it. That Tristana's got a lot of attack speed. Going to slowly hit and finish it off. So nice job in that top lane. Jace was looking at continuing to push, but Pantheon said, no, we're going to go ahead and clear this up. Pantheon going straight tank. That's all he's using is full stun combination on, is that Jinx. Giant's Belt, Warden's Mail, and the Brutalizer says just a little bit of damage, but more straight focus on hitting that Jinx as much as possible and stunning her. And now Jinx, turning that attack speed on to Dragon. Can they get there in time? Ryze coming in, Pantheon all is well. They may be able to pick up the Dragon. I can't even see. Yeah, Pantheon picks it up. Blue team has picked up a second Dragon of the game, but now they're going to pay for it. Maybe that's going to be Warwick ulting in onto Ryze once again. It's not really the man that they want. That's a huge ult burn on somebody that's really tanky. Jinx did get that Super Mega Death Rocket onto Pantheon, and the Warwick-Orianna combination too strong, finishing off the Pantheon as well. Bucky Boy just coming in, or sorry, the Ryze as well. That's what I meant. So Ryze and Pantheon down. Miyuki taking a little bit of damage, still up, so it has that great wave clear, but not over just yet. Organizing this tournament, if I couldn't participate yesterday, I was replaced. I would love to play with Feederino. They were a nice bunch to meet. Good try, Alabo Gaming. Thank you for being a part of that, and huge thank you to La Tigress. She has done so much work. Like, everyone should go on to 1ShotGG forum and private message the Tigress and Hero, because they have done so much to set up the tournament. They have just dominated, doing well. I get a little bit of the praise for being the shoutcaster, but they were all behind the scenes, and they did such a fantastic job. It was honestly so much work. They had to do so much team replacing and figure out last-minute stuff. It's been insane, and they have done so incredibly well. So it's a very good replacement to me. I learned that today. So 11 kills to 17. Blue team did pick up that dragon, so they're trying to get back up there in gold, but they're slowly still losing that lead, about 5k gold behind, as team Nothing Fancy continues to grow that lead. Nothing Fancy is really good about this shot calling. They know when to engage, they know when to back off. Yeah, they're not getting too many towers and they're not pushing for a very quick win as it goes on to the 30-minute mark. However, they are able to slowly, one at a time, pick up a little bit of a bonus here, a little bit of a bonus there. So you've been doing great this week. Sure, Tigers, go ahead, share it. If you want to learn some supporting and some ADC tips, go hang out with Tigers, because she plays some amazing ADC. I think she's gold, so she's better to watch play ADC than me, that's for sure. This makes me wish I played League more. If you could, you should get on and play, so it's pretty awesome. So one more Jinx night, please. We will see if it occurs. We'll see if it occurs. Maybe. She's done 2 so far this game. If she could get a 3rd, that'd be pretty awesome. So Team Feederino, Pleaserino, hanging out in the mid lane, defending it. The poke, though, is just real from Nothing Fancy. That Orianna Jinx Zap combination, so much distance and not able to get too much damage. Warwick Katira, look at him just farming the jungle. Says, I'll get to the team fight when I get there. Pantheon taking a lot of damage, down to about half health here. Blue team wants to defend the tower, but doesn't at the same time. You can see them running back and forth, trying to avoid the damage. They are all just waiting for a team fight to break out, but they want it. They need it on their shoulders, not on the enemy team's time, and that's going to be the duress onto Shades of Shadow. Red team just fully engaging. The Orianna is so strong coming in here. There's Pantheon ultimate, but he waited so long to be able to do that. Ari picking up the kill on Jinx, but triple kill over to Orianna. Ari lived, though. Tristana, the first one back. I think, did Tristana die? No, Tristana just backed off. She lived through and back, but that is going to be inhibitor down, and Nothing Fancy picks up yet another kill on that, doing a fantastic job. The charm onto Neuroblade, will it be enough? Tristana still alive, so can do some damage. Chronofrost trying to get in the damage on there. 12 kills to 20. 8k gold in the lead. Nothing Fancy backs off after breaking open the base of Team Feed Please. They had such a great start, but as the game progresses, continues to slowly but surely, Nothing Fancy taking it little by little. Swag snipe, hashtag fancy. For the life of me, I'd rather like watching them. Well, oh hey, it's David. You can come by and watch anytime you want to, as I do shotcast games like this, and man, oh man, some of these games are crazy. The Tigress, a gold 5 main ADC, expanding the champion pool. Noob training, if you want to learn how to play League, drop by the stream and hang out. It's cool. At Le Tigress at Twitch TV. So, I don't think Fancy will lose. We'll see. We'll see. A couple people have changed their minds over, but again, Team Feederino, Pleaserino has made some amazing plays, some amazing team fights out of nowhere. I'm still thinking Feederino, Pleaserino has it. I'm still thinking they have it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We'll see. We'll see if it goes through. Ralph's Legend grabbing up the red buff. Ari going ahead and back in. Blue team trying to defend everywhere at once. Red team, you can see those pings on that bottom lane turret. So the red team wants this bottom lane turret. They're going to go ahead and head there. They got Baron buff as well, so they're still looking strong. Well, Baron buff just left. That's what I meant. They had Baron buff earlier. That's why they were able to push in so easily and get that mid lane tower and inhibitor. But now that Baron buff is gone, however, they're still very strong, headed towards this bottom lane. All ultimates are up. All ultimates are available, so this next team fight could decide the game. All of red team now collecting down here. Alistar coming in as well. Rack 1777 done a fantastic job so far this game. We are going to get ready for some amazing team fights here, as their blue team's going to try to defend this tower. Remember, though, this is looking very similar to the game that Team Feederino lost, and instead they could turn it around once again. Nothing Fancy coming in, slowly poking it away. Shades of Shadow's taking a little bit of damage. Leona just off to the side, looking for an opportunity to jump onto the enemy team, really needs the rest of the team. Pantheon needs to get a perfect ultimate to be able to stop them. There are super minions now pushing in right towards that middle tower. Pantheon's going to maybe go back. Oh, Tristana decided to back off, so she's going to go heal up before coming back to lane. However, they're just waiting for these super minions to reach those towers as Jinx continue rocket after rocket takes down that tower. So no team fight here just yet as they take another inhibitor. Blue team instead focused on clearing those super minions. And red team wants in. The flash rolled Warwick from Warwick. They're like, ooh, I meant to slow this team fight down. There's going to be a lot of damage. Jace taking out Leona as well as Warwick finishing off the rise. That's who he continues to jump onto every single team fight. Pantheon finally ulting in. Ash Thrasher doing a lot of damage to Neuroblade. Chrono Frost and Yuki still alive. That's going to be one ult from Yuki on all 4 members of red team. There's the Zanyas from somebody, but it's still going to go down that, Tristana, gotta dodge that zap. Ari tries to jump in front of it to save the Tristana, however, it still goes down. Bucky Boy gets a rocket, and that finishes off the Tristana. And there is very little that Miyuki herself can do. She's going to try to take a little bit of damage from that Orianna, and the rockets are, look at the damage from rockets from Tristana. One more. Oh, I guess the third one or whatever. There we go, finishing that off. And that is going to be the end. Whoop, I meant to do that up one more. As Bucky Boy, auto attack after auto attack, they get the team fight that they want, finishing it off. This is one of the fastest games that Nothing Fancy has completed. And we have, Ash Thrasher DC at the last second, so GG, well played. That is the end of it. Nothing Fancy with the sweep, taking the win straight through. Every game they won, never lost. Out of 6 games, dominated all the way through, finishing it off huge and becoming the grand winners. So I'm going to actually, I got to do a little bit of fanciness here. We wanted to make sure that we, view, grabbed a screenshot of this. So sorry guys, bear with me for just a second. Control F11, cool, and now we're going to minimize that. Woo! All right, we're back. Whew. Got that screenshotted as well so we can see those final results as purple team or red team, Nothing Fancy won. So congratulations to team Nothing Fancy for taking the win. Gonna go and edit. Where is it? Team red, Nothing Fancy for the third win. Finished it off. Congratulations to everyone. Didn't get 0 deaths, 7-10 at best. That was just incredible. I guess I got to go ask Rack for a mystery gift from his 3200. All right, yeah, exactly. So Rack 1777. You got friends with this 3200 RP. Going to be amazing. Your Warwick did not disappoint. 5-1-18 domination. Ralph's Legend doing a fantastic job. And the rest of the team so huge. Checkmate X3. Thank you for the follow as well. Just so that you guys know, as we finish it off here, it has been an amazing 2 days hanging out with you guys. So much fun to watch you as we end this tournament. It was hosted by 1ShotGG. I was Jake Kelton, the Shoutcast Master, I guess you could say. I do Shoutcast Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. However, we will also be doing this once a month. If you did not get in this game, if you lost, if you want in the next game, the next tournament game, it will be hosted at the very beginning of next month. Go on to 1shotgg.com and sign up today because you want to make sure that you get in. Most of these teams were built by first come, first serve kind of a way. And that way you need to make sure that you get into that to be a part of that. And I will be shoutcasting these games in the future. You do not want to miss that at all. So fantastic job. Thank you so much for having an incredible game, and we will be back down the road. If you need a co-cast, let me know. Checkmate, you did so well. I'm actually going to type that to you. Message me, Checkmate, on Twitch with your Skype info. I can't type would love to have a duocaster because it would save my voice a lot. I'll remember to host those days. So be sure and get on Thank you, Hates David, for the host. That was fantastic and so nice of you as well. Yeah, giving out the first place tournament, won 3,200 Riot points and the triumphant Riot skins for every player. And then for the second place players, 2,400 Riot points for each player. So, did you call MVP? Let's actually pull this up here really fast. Whoop. I gotta go over to. Do I have to give MVP? I really don't want to give MVP because you all did so incredibly well. If I have to give MVP for the losing team, for blue team. I wonder if I can actually show it's close enough. I think close enough, maybe ish. It's kind of there. Oh wait, can we go up? There we go. Now you can see it. Haha. I kind of tweaked it around so you guys can see it. For MVP for the losing team, hard to say, but the most valuable player in all of these games. The most valuable player. Who would I say was the most valuable player? I think I'm going to give it to Ash Thrasher on the Pantheon. And here's the reason why. Ash Thrasher played in the jungle and was playing against a Ralph's Legend master tier player. So you're going jungle to jungle, head to head. Ash Thrasher was a silver, I believe, head-to-head with Ralph's Legend on a legendary jungler. Like, just top of the tier, master tier jungler. Silver trying to keep up with that. And Ash Thrasher came out hopping every time. Didn't win, but played solid games. 4-4-4 in this game. If you go back and look at the other stats as well, not a bad jungler. So Silver against... Oh, Diamond 2. Anyway, so MVP for Ash Thrasher for lining up against that and still playing a solid jungler every time. That is just... I wouldn't want to play in the game if I was lined up against that kind of a Diamond 2 champion like that. So I didn't... It was a joke. Told him to be loco. Anyway, so he's only Diamond 2. But still, Diamond 2 versus Silver. What can you do? That was just amazing plays there. So against a Diamond, though. That's a Diamond. For MVP for the winning team is definitely going over to Bucky Boy. The Jinx, Super Mega Death Rocket, Snipe Ultimates, the amazing plays, knowing how to go in, knowing how to go back out, and more than that, I think the thing that makes his Jinx play absolutely jaw-dropping is his perfect transitions between his guns and his rockets, the minigun and the rockets, because using that mana for the mana cost on that rockets is a very, very unfortunate thing. I mean, it's what makes Jinx Jinx, and being able to bounce back and forth and constantly have that mana is a huge deal. And she always had mana in the back of her so that she could constantly be able to use those rockets when the team was right, when the fight was right, when the thing was right, able to use those rockets. So Bucky Boy playing a fantastic Jinx and fantastic ADC throughout the entire championship games there. However, the Jinx... Oh, just a scary thing to deal with. So Bucky Boy MVP on that one. Fantastic job. So swag snipe. So MVP Bucky. Ralph is Sabazian. No, Ralph was dominating, but what can you expect from a Diamond 2 player? I mean, honest to goodness, you could have given him most valuable player every time because he kind of sort of carried his team. So that's why I'm giving the most valuable player also to other people as well, because it's not just about the Diamond